Hi, I'm Randolph Miller, Bounce Around Charleston, standing in the parking lot of the Waterfront ILA building. I just had the opportunity to meet with U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders. You and I will hear what he had to say about raising the minimum wage to $17. Mr. Bernie Sanders, tell us the reason why you're here in the Low Country.
I'm here because we are living in a country today which has more income and wealth inequality right now than we've ever had in American history. People on top, billionaires, are doing phenomenally well, while in South Carolina, Vermont, all over this country, working people are struggling to put food on the table and pay for health care. And I think it's important that finally we raise the minimum wage, which today is an absurd $7.25 an hour at the federal level, and here in South Carolina, to a living wage, $17 an hour. So that's what we're fighting to do.
So do you believe that if we raise it to $17, that will change the lifestyle of some of our citizens?
I think it will be a blessing to millions of people in this country. If you're making $10 an hour, you're worried every day how you're going to take care of your kids, how you're going to pay the rent. If you get sick, how you're going to go to the doctor. People living under terrible stress. Now, $17 an hour is not going to get anybody rich, but it will at least, I think, take the stress level off a lot of people, let them breathe a little bit, and have enough income in order to live with some dignity.
We noticed that in many of our restaurants, hotels, food stores, it's a short staff. Do you think it's because of the minimum wage?
I think it's one of the reasons. I mean, it's how many people go out and work for $9 an hour? So I think if we want to attract the quality workforce that we need, we're going to have to start paying people a living wage. The bottom line is that in America today, at a time when we are the richest country in the history of the world, 60% of our people are living paycheck to paycheck. We have not raised the minimum wage in Congress in something like 14 years. It's time to raise it to a living wage.
Tourism here in the Low Country is one of our major supporters. Do you think that people are leaving this area because of the minimum wage?
I don't know enough about this area to say that, but all I can say is that in the richest country in the history of the world, every worker in America should have a wage that enables him or her to live with dignity.
And what can the citizens do to help you in this fight?
All right, we need people all over this country to demand that their members of Congress, that their U.S. senators say, you know what, a $7.25 an hour federal minimum wage, and that's the same wage here in South Carolina, is an insult to working people. We've got to raise that wage to a living wage. Stop putting pressure on your elected officials.
And finally, we are about to open the International African American Museum. How do you think that will affect our economy?
Well, I hope it does very, very well, and I congratulate you for doing that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We would like to thank all of our guests for joining us today on Bounce Around Charleston, especially U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders. If you have an event or you would like to be on Bounce Around Charleston, send us an email, drop us a line, and more Bounce Around Charleston, YouTube Bounce Charleston.